it's me, it's Wolfren, and today we are going to fight Lianorn Vivace with our Zorga Nadir pure versions, both. Personally, I don't like Vivace pure because I don't know how you play the game when you go second, but fortunately, the new card, the Pegasus Daisak, I don't know how it's called, it's fucking good for masks. We will be able to do so funky things with every mask deck. And like, yeah, I think Vivace Pure it's better now because of consistency and because Blackgrass it's a broken card, not broken but cracked card. Like the word it's cracked, based. The word it's based. But I like masks more, and I love their printing support that makes them more playable and more tunable because you can mix the cards better because you have more consistency. I love it. But we will talk about it in another video. We'll make a video for that card. It deserves it once we see the STK upon. Well. Let's get into the video. Here we are playing versus my boyfriend for the first time in camera. And well, he's playing Lianorn. He likes Lianorn a lot. He also likes masks more than pure, but it's fine. Because my thing with Lianorn Vivace, it's like if you go first, it's very good. Like here, they go first and they have a lot of rush. But when they go second, it feels like you are too slow. You are too slow. But well, I think that's a consistency thing, right? We want the grass is very good, and we don't have the new fucking broken good card for masks yet, so yeah, we have to wait. Well, we get rushed as usual, we just defend, we play around the rush by not taking too many damage, but we go second, we have more cards, so it becomes easier to guard and keep them... stay safe, to stay safe. I love fishing. I don't know why it took me so long to accept the change. Maybe because I'm a person that I'm not good at changing things fast. I need a lot of steps and previous changes before I can understand the changes on things I like. But yeah, it took me so much to embrace the fishing. Like, it's so good. Usually it thins too. Here it's putting a crit in drop zone, but it's like something unusual. But then, even if you're missing the soul, you can put the land as well. You don't need to... like, you can find a lot of different cards. And, like, it makes the double dragon plays more solid for your turn 3. It gets your booster into place. I don't know, I really like it. I'm glad I accepted the new card into my life. Apparently, we are up for a slow start. Okay, well, he played well, in my opinion, because he played around the grid, but oh jeez, what can we do about it? Yeah, this is also why you should do the rear guard before the vanguard first, because they are forced to guard the vanguard, and if you hit the OT or hit a trigger and they do not defend, you just inflict them damage over the defensive. I always say that, but I think people doesn't do that enough. Like, this is the safe play, and the high roll play, it's like going for the vanguard first because you maybe need a crit. Like, if they have rushed you and you are not at 0 or 1 damage, you're at 3 damage, you go for the high roll play that is doing the vanguard first because you want to like make sure the crit connects because you are in a hurry. But if you are in a safe situation, you always do the rear guard first. Okay, I think so. And also, like, leaving the OT aside, like, let's say it was just a heal, and let's say they are not they're at 1. The Vivace turn 4, it's only meaningful if I'm at like 3 damage. Otherwise, it will take an extra turn for them to kill, and okay, I'm Zorga, but Shushodoshi murders you before that. But this is not about me hating on pure Vivace, okay? This is not what the video is about. But I think it's like the ceiling is not high enough, in my opinion. That being said, they have to ban Jojodoji. So, like, we cannot ask for decks to be broken just because they are not as good as the broken deck, right? They will do the adjustment, they will do the ban list, so that's fine. So then in the proper context, I think Vivace is better than. I just think it's not extremely good on a sociology meta. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they should buff her. It's a very good card. Okay, we are getting... What orders are we using? We are using, I think it was Miasma. We really want to use Miasma turn 3 for the... yes. Okay. I did not play the order again, sorry. Yeah, we want to use Miasma turn 3 because it's our way to access the PG. When you play Masks, you can use the Nadir to put the PG from drop zone because you have the board already established. But with Nadir, you need to use a revived order every time to be able to capitalize on PGs. That's also why fishing is good. You can like prepare an RPG with advance as well and get it back with Miasma. That's very good, I think. And in general, having access to extra PGs makes it so we can use them faster, so we prevent drama situations easier. We do not heal. I don't like the Nadir being 18k though. Like, they just use the front to guard it. That's something I do not like. Did we use Divine Skill? We did not, right? I blinked it into the camera. I think we didn't. Okay. So in this game there is a misplay here because I'm forgetful and I forgot I had my Brave Shooter on drop zone. I think you always put... I think that's the game, right? The one I put the QT in drop zone. I think that's fine because you have to dig. You have to dig for the triggers here, and you like I had the shooter. I just have to, when I persona roll, because they are at 4, I don't need 2 dragons, I need 1 dragon, attack with Nadir, they have to take, so it doesn't matter if the shooter has or not the crit, and you get the order back. But for some reason I forgot I had them, and I start like misguarding with the shooters I have in hand, like that was so silly, okay? You put the Kutir in drop zone, it's not an important card, you do already have the tools to win the game here, the Miasma and the extra drive checks with the switch, okay? And then what you can do is, instead of taking too many damage, you guard better and stay maybe at 4. Like, if you're not sure you're going to kill this turn, here I wasn't because the PGs were missing. Instead of like taking damage, doing weird stuff with shooters, you just play normal. Don't forget you have the Brave Shooter in your drop zone, and then stay at 4, for example, and defend better and keep the shooters. But here I did not have the order, and I forgot I had the other shooter there, so I had to force them because I don't know, because humans make mistakes, and that's what is happening here, okay? So you never burst through your defense that fast. That's what I'm saying. It was a mistake that had to fix, not a mistake, but forgetting something. If this is not a culture game, so I'm sorry, I'm a bit sick and I'm sleepy. And it's hard for me to pay attention to the social interaction of looking at you and paying attention to my screen. Yeah, this was a risky move. We had to stay at 4, just get the order through the other way, and stay at 4. I think here was a good moment to stay at 4 because they usually have the PGs at that point. Like killing turn 4, it's very unlikely, very unlikely. It's not the culture game, right? I'm just stupid. No, I think it is. Because I'm seeing a Kutir. Yes, it is the proper game. Seemingly, if you think they might have the PGs, switch becomes more important than the power. Because the crit will win the game. Like, it's hard to guard 4 attacks. It's easy to guard 3 and take 1. And that one can be a defensive as well. So you want to do Dragon, Nadir, Dragon. Here I'm thinking, Wolf, you're stupid. Why did you forget about shooter? Now you wasted all the defense, so the only thing you can do is go full for the kill because you wasted the defense. But what if they have FPGs? That's what I was thinking. I remember. I probably should have cut this. I'm cutting the shuffles now because it makes it a bit more smooth, but I forgot to cut this thinking moment. Remember, you don't need double dragon to kill anymore. That's a good point for Nadir. You don't need 2 dragons because they are at 4. They have to no guard the Zorga. Or if they guard the Zorga, you put a crit on the other side. But the reality is they just can... Well, they might try to guard the Zorga, but if they do and you hit the crit, they will not be able to anyway. This is 15, 25, 38, 48, 53. Here Philander would be 58, that's a stronger, but I don't know. The resources, I like them. And Hunter it's good turn 3 and Philander it's really bad turn 3. So... we hit the grid. Like, ideally this game, like, we just played defensive because the OT made a difference here. We would have reached the turn 3, we would have not wasted the defense because they would have been lower, so the kill was completely impossible to achieve. Then we survived the clapback with the Blitz Order, the 3000 shooters, the extra PG, and we killed turn 5. That's what we should be aiming for. That's what actually happens, not this. Like, this is a bit not usual. The thing with this list is that you don't have the rush engine, and Nadir it's not really suited for rushing going second because you need to like rush with great shoes. When you go first, it's very powerful, and when you go second, you don't want to call the great ones because you need to call them back. And like, sure, you can run the scissors to fix that, but like it's like a 2-off, and you have to run it. Like, it's not the most smooth support card I have ever seen. Like, Sticky, Actia Sticky was already doing that. We didn't need scissors. We have Headhunter. Like, yeah, sure, we want orders, but like, I just think the card is not on the right power level. Like Rochelle, it's in the same set, and it's so charge 1, draw 1 for the attack. Double R, no, it's a triple R, I don't know what a card is, but like, we clearly, like, our card for this set, it's clearly not on the same level as the other cards. I don't know what happened to the missing card. Well, I do know what happened to the missing card. As I have always said, like, they have to balance the new cards around the old cards. And they just, I think there is just enough good cards for us. And there is the new mask card coming, so probably we can do something with that, you know? So yeah, once more, we stay safe. We don't go to 3 if we can avoid to. Okay, we heal, nice. We stay on the game. We find the second dragon. Yes, we do. Amazing. Because it's very easy to draw one of the dragons and just find the second, you know? I really like that when it happens. I prefer to use the habitat first because if we find the second shadow, like, we know we don't have to call our first shadow, we can just do that the next turn. And if we have already the card there, we might choose not to call the 2 dragons. Here I went for the dragons because they have like, because I don't want them to intercept, and I don't want to intercept with the shadow cloak either. If I remember properly the situation, sometimes you don't want to intercept the shadow cloak. because if you have 2 dragons, you don't want to intercept with the Shadow Cloak because you want to call the booster. So you want to capitalize on the 5k if you want to actually recall the Shadow and you do the cross diagonal power gain play and put the RPD on front of the booster. But it's important that you know when to let the Shadow Cloak die or not, because you cannot afford not giving the 2 lanes the attack power. And here, if you can give it also the crit, that's very nice. So yeah, just keep that in mind. That's why the Shadow Cloak is not in front. It's behind because I don't want it to die. Because I want to call the 2 boosters and still be able to bounce. Because I want to have the crits. We set our pieces in drop zone. Like, it's important to do this early game setup. Like with Zorga, it's always about setting up properly without losing cards. That's still the same. Okay, we have 2 headhunters. Nice. And we might also probably have the shooter keeps drawing us cards. Nice. Oh, and we also have a Blitz order. I'm thinking about pre-ordering, right? Yeah. Overcoming. Yeah, because this means we don't have an order for the next turn. Yeah, we call over the RPTs. It's 2 headhunters, right? I'm not winning my glasses. I don't see shit. Okay, here it's a good example when we are using Coutier, like, because Overcoming gives us a 1 more card than the average Alchemagic. Like, Alchemagic, it's 1 order, it's 1 card, the second order, it's a second card. But Overcoming gives us a 3rd card. We can trade or give up on the 3rd card in order to tutor an order from deck for the next turn. So here we are not gaining 3 cards out of our Alchemagic, we are gaining 2, but we are choosing what card we are adding from the deck to our hand, right? It's like if you put that, like this synergy between the Coutier and the Overcoming. Like if Overcoming lets you discard a card to add 1 of the orders from your deck. I think that's very good. That's what we are doing here, because you are like, oh, but this is a minus. Yes, but it's not a minus because we are just using the second Overcoming +1 to do a different thing. It's like investment for the next turn. We don't need to gain 3 cards. Like, they have no shield anyway. We lost a 5k, that's okay, and we gain a play for the next turn. Oh, did we? What? Oh my god! Yeah, those games were like those. Somehow I won, or he won, or someone won the game out of nowhere. I thought that would have been a bit more of game here. I won't lie. I'm going first this time. Yeah, so here's the thing. People is running the Broccoli instead of the Habitat, and I think it's better because you gain more shield throughout the course of a game. But if you go second and you don't have the Habitat and you don't fight the Rosarium and you don't attack going second, how are you winning? And I'm like, is the extra draw power going to improve your going first that much? Like, you really need the Broccoli to win going first? I'm not sure. Like, I think we're in a format, apparently this ends on BT5, but we're in a format where going first matters too much for me, for my taste. That's also why I don't like playing Nadir right now. Wait, not literally, I like playing Nadir. I'm on a situation where I go with my deck, and I go first, and like they die, that's good. And if I go second, sometimes I don't have the chance. I don't feel like I have the chance. That's what I mean. because like you can damage the knight. Wait, no, you cannot damage the Shoshi because kunai exists. Like, we are not given tools to play the game when we are going second. That's what I don't like. In the previous format, you could go first versus strike. Okay, you can get to game. You have ways, you have plays to do that are inbuilt on the game design. Not like, I'm not talking about giving us more cards that do more effects and we get more cards or something. No, I'm speaking about how decks interact through the game. And I think currently we are on a situation when you win the die roll and you have automatically 65-70% chances of winning. And it doesn't feel like, but this is with every deck, right? And I think this is why people, it's like feeling forced to make the decks super good going first, because it gets so hard to win second compared to other formats. I hope this will change a bit when Night Rose, Harry, even Levidras, those kind of decks, and it stabilizes a bit more. But I also think this is a sociology problem. This is something that it's happening because sociology exists and how sociology works. And also if we are building more for the going first now, because we don't think we can win as much going second, like unless you play, I don't know, Kairi or something very specific. It's just a feeling anyway. Oh yeah, I think I cheated. I love trying to cheat on my own videos. So it makes my editing process easier. Not having to say I have tried to add a card to my hand. Sometimes I feel that Wolfren from the past plays well, but it's a bit troll, you know? But well, we made the decision of not disrespecting Wolfren from the past anymore, so we will stick to that. There is also moments, like I checked the video before making the recording, where we forget to move the energies, but at the end we remember and we put the energies well. Okay, so I have checked. No energy was gained or not gained, altering the game process at all. I checked. That kind of card, it's what made me thought that they had to buff the mask card somehow, because people it's playing cards that, like, this is a CD1 of course, but the card sticks, it sticks, so it's a +1, mask it's a filter, and if that card has a safety net, in case you whiff, you need to either make the mask better, because like, we have to take into consideration the great choose. Like, okay, we see Kadiva and Solrairon being printed, but you cannot make them play Igualef because it's CD1 Soulless 1 to look at a card that will scry 5 and does nothing when it fails. What they have done is make the mask a +1, so you don't minus when you use it, and the card also gives you the marker for free and finds the like, it's not the upgrade I was expecting, but it's definitely the upgrade we needed. Also, we can like play some kind of energy +3 cycler in our mask decks now, and we don't have to play the generic cyclers to plus with energy +3. So we have an inbuilt mask version of Shooter. That's great for every mask deck. You see, here you intercept with the Shadow Globe because you just have one dragon, so you use of your extra 5k shield. And you still hit the good numbers. Like, miasma is super important. You should always be playing miasma tier 3. Always. And make use of the extra PGs that generates. To be honest, you should probably using miasma every turn. Yep. Is he dying? Okay, well, as I said, those are not the average game. That's not what should be happening, okay? Well, I think the gameplay was still nice to see some things, certain things, yeah. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed. Stay safe. New videos coming soon. I think I will try to record Blackmire, but I have to get my cards. Like, because I'm missing too much and I have to proxy a lot and I don't want to. But I want to record Blackmire, I want to make this commentary about the new card, and we are very close to the BCS season, so we will start talking about the meta game in some weeks from now, okay? So, that being said, hope you enjoyed, stay safe, and see you soon.